way she's smart. Wow. And she's now teaching my sister, by the way. Studying with someone, and now she's teaching my sister. We thank God for you, counsel, and our prayer is that you will motivate these girls. May the good Lord bless you. To the Revival Media team, thank you so much for always being there for us. Let us appreciate her as we welcome her.
Hello. Are you there? Praise God. Good morning to us all. Are you all right? Sure. Okay, we can clap to the Heavenly Father. Right. Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here as a facilitator at Revival Girls High School. And the lady right before you is called Counsel Anita Atwairi Ainomcha. I am an advocate of the High Court and subordinate courts. I am a lecturer at Bishop Stewart University, Faculty of Law. I am a mother. And another thing is that I am a wife. So, greetings from my family to you. Receive them. Okay, thank you. So, when I was called upon by the Lord Bishop of Ankole Diocese, I couldn't hesitate but to say yes to your call. So, I take the honor and the privilege to be here. It is not by mistake, but by the grace of the Almighty. I am born again. And I thank God for my life, and of course in your lives too, because all my life I have been carried by the grace of the Lord, depicted by from when I was young up to now. I studied from Tizova Girls Secondary School, my O level, and she is my OG. Went to St. Agnes Girls Secondary School, Bushenyi. So far, it is the only A-level girls school. Only A-level students go there so far, for now. Then, and I believe if Revival Girls had started long time ago, I would surely be an OG. But I can be by way of osmosis, okay? I can be an OG. But anyway, that aside. From there, I went to Bishop Stewart University for Bachelor of Laws. Hope we have people that are aspiring to be lawyers. Okay? Wow, you have the right person before you. But that will need you to stay focused. I believe you know the topic. Do we know the topic? Safety and law enforcement. I will also tell you about the subtopics that are under that topic. So to start the ball rolling, I will take you through my presentation for today. And thereafter, I will ask you questions. I will give you scenarios, and then it will be up to you to give me what you have learned from this occasion, from this presentation. Are we together? Safety and law enforcement. What do we mean by safety? So the subtopics are personal safety and self-defense, basics. That's the first subtopic. Then another one is understanding gender-based violence. In there, we will talk about awareness, reporting, and prevention. How do you go about a certain threat that has come your way? How do you handle it? Do you die in silence? Are you giving the abuser the right to jubilate over your own life? Are we together? Okay, now, what do we mean by personal safety? What is it? A layman person can say that safety is a basic human right, and it is inherent. You must be safe. The Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, being the supreme law of the land, under chapter 4, it talks about the human rights. The whole of chapter 4. Now that we have people that are aspiring to be lawyers, you can go and read chapter 4. It has so many rights that come our way as human beings. So personal safety, you can maybe talk about Article 39. You have a right to live in a clean, healthy, and safe environment. So looking around, I believe your environment is actually safe and clean. We don't have anything that is maybe bothering you. And with a safe environment, it will give you that conducive atmosphere for your good academic journey as you are here. I believe we have from senior 1, 2, 3, then senior 5. Is it the position? Okay. Well, going into the nitty-gritties of the topic, we will talk about young people. As you're here, you face different threats. Threats can be bullying, harassment. I believe we know bullying. Who doesn't know about bullying? Most people call it teasing. Someone comes to you from maybe senior 5 and then goes to senior 2 student and they start to bully or they tease. That means your safety is not okay. So you need to go and report. I will tell you on where to go and report. Remember, I've told you after I will give you scenarios, there will be 3, and I'm seeing 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. So be attentive. I will just select at random. Okay? I need it to be more of an interactive discussion. You tell me what you know, I will then respond to you. Is it okay? Okay. Now, more of the threats, we have assault, we have kidnapping. Now for the kidnap is when you are walking. Do we have the scholars around? We don't have. Then take an example. Someone has just flipped into your school compound and then they grab someone. Immediately they drive them to the main road, put them in the car and they take them away. That is a kidnap. And by the laws of Uganda, of course, under the Penal Code Act, it is section 222, and the imprisonment is for 10 years. So if you feel your friend has been kidnapped, if you don't see them around for a certain period of time, then you need to report. Are we together? Are we together? Now, the main essence is to keep an eye to your friend. Remember, this is your other family, away from home. Okay? So you need to look up to your seatmate, to your dormmate, to your decamate, to your behind door. You understand? Do you have those vocabularies around? A behind door, someone who is sitting behind you. So that we can keep together in harmony for the glory of the Lord. Then one more thing is to tell you about different types of safety. Which types do we have? We have physical safety, we have emotional safety, we have online safety, we have sexual safety. Then we also have health and environment. When we talk about physical safety, what do we mean? Can we have people to brainstorm about it? The physical safety. Take an example, someone has fought you and then you have sustained injuries. There is a harm on your body that has been caused because someone has fought you. Then we also have that emotional safety. You have maybe that humiliation, someone is degrading your attitude, they are telling you different stories. But then, how do you maintain your momentum here? How do you maintain your status quo? Remember, we have a mission, and the mission is to excel, all of us. And then we also have the mission for the school. So how do you blend the two? Our parents do send us to come to school for education so that we can be better people in future. I was also once like you, way back in senior 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I may say I was a minor, I would be brought home from home to school, then from school to home. So I was that mommy and daddy's girl. But then, when I would be brought to school, what was my mission? What was my purpose? It was to pass and excel so that I can be the person that I want to be. When I was growing up, me personally, I would love to be a lawyer so that I can defend people, also deliver information to the young generation. And I think God answered me. He answered me in the affirmative, and he stamped my prayer. So when you're making prayers, let them be intentional. God, I want to be this. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a pilot. Do we have people that want to be pilots? Anyone? I believe you must be somehow tall. I don't know. Tracy, you want to become what? Whom do you want to be? A lawyer. Wow. I give it up to you. She's actually my sister, so don't feel like, how did I know about Tracy? No. She's my sister, and I'm happy that you're here. And you have your goals that you are looking up to. Then, as we are here, we need to have objectives. What are those objectives that you need to learn from the topic and the subtopics? There are two. One is to understand the meaning of safety and why it is relatively important. Okay. Then another objective that we need to learn is about identifying the common safety risks that surround us. Then the third one is to explain the role of law enforcement in promoting safety, then knowing where to report those crimes, and then lastly is to practice personal safety strategies. Now, driving into the matter as well, we've talked about the different types of safety. Then how can this be improved? How do we improve on our being safe in the environment? One is being aware of your surroundings. If you're waking up for winter, if you're waking up for prep, how do you move? If you find something strange on the compound, what do you do? As a student, do you die in silence or you call out for help? So that is being aware of your surroundings. If you're seeing a stranger in school, what do you do? Meaning you need to go and report the matter. Then another one is you need to avoid walking alone in isolated areas. Mostly during the night time, maybe you're walking around, that place is too dark. Then you don't need to walk alone. You never know what may transpire. Remember, you're a girl, you need to keep your dignity tight. Okay? Then another one is using safe and trusted transport. That one I can give examples. Maybe when you're being sent home for school fees, God forbid, and then maybe you're going home for a holiday. Which kind of transport are you going to use? We have different people that have different missions. Remember, the devil came to do what and what? Steal, kill, and destroy. So please, to be safe, you need to know the kind of transport means that you are going to use. Stop being kidnapped and then being harassed. You never know what may happen along the way. They may even kill you. We've seen those instances whereby people board untrusted transport means and they end up dying. And I didn't want that to happen to any of us. Okay? Then what are the dangers faced by girls commonly? What are those dangers that girls normally face? We have sexual harassment by mostly the border riders. Then the relatives. and other people. Then we have peer pressure that turns into a risky behavior. What do we mean by peer pressure? Can we get views from the student body? What do we mean by peer pressure? We have a head girl. A head girl. Then the school council. We have. Okay, they can help us. What do we mean by peer pressure? You need to shine. Sometimes when you become a leader, you must be able to shine and stand out. Okay? Even your colleagues can help. Class monitors, dormitory leaders. Okay?
Thank you. I think peer pressure is more like the kind of influence and the people you associate with.
Okay, rightly said. A round of applause to her. Well, you know, when we come to the school, we find so many people with different characters. But then how do you maintain your dignity and your mission? You may be a well-behaved girl, and then maybe you get involved with a certain group of people that has that peer group influence. But how do you remember where you are coming from, and then you stay focused? Remember, we are saying we need to be safe. And when we become unsafe, we need to know where to report to. The law enforcement officers are there. We shall get to that. Then another danger that girls commonly face is human trafficking and child marriage. I believe you've seen those instances around your areas, maybe your town, your villages, depending on where you come from. But we thank God for this government. It is putting a bar on early child marriage, saying that not to be in that marriage, you must be 18 years and above. Away from that, then you are in trouble. The law will come and hold you liable. Okay? Then for the law enforcement bodies in Uganda, in case you face a certain threat along your way, even if it is not you, it may be your friend, it may be your sister, it may be your brother. So what do you do? Where do you go and report that threat? Said for the threats we have bullying, assault, kidnap, harassment, etc. So now, the first is you have to report to the Uganda Police. Under that, we have a unit called the Child and Family Protection Unit. So when you go to the police, they put you in that unit for counseling. They take a statement from you, they listen to your side, and then they go and get the suspect. From getting the suspect, they put the suspect in cells, he makes a statement, then he's then arraigned in courts of law, of course upholding the 48-hour rule. Then another enforcement body, we have the local council leaders, the LC1s. I believe you know LC1s. You can still report to LC1. And then we also have the probation and social welfare officers. These ones are also in charge of children welfare. So if you have any issue or if you have any threat, then you can reach out to probation and social welfare officers. Then we also have courts of review. You can reach out to your lawyer or family lawyer so that they can get you a remedy from court. We have so many remedies in regards to children rights. Then we also have NGOs like FIDA, then Association of Women Lawyers Fraternity, and etc. So what are the rights of children that you feel that maybe are going to be violated? What are those rights? Do we know what rights are? What are the rights? Yes? Rights. Okay, you can say it out in your local language. Do we have a class monitor? Is it class monitor for senior 1? Around here? Where is she? Okay, one for senior 2. Where is she? Pardon? Okay, you can shine on. I believe she's around there. What do you mean by rights? In our own local language, what do you mean by rights? Yes, let's have other people. She's still thinking about it.
My name is Abjira Bigil. I'm the class counselor senior 1. I think rights are the responsibilities of a person.
Okay, then someone to translate it to our local language, the Western language. Anyway, let me be clear. Thank you, class coordinators, senior 1.
My name is Akankunda Anita.
Okay, wow, namesake, you shine.
I think rights ni nkovugayo bw'omuntu.
Exactly. So that is it. And remember, for these rights, they are inherent. When you look at Article 20 of the Constitution, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. All of us are bound by that Constitution. So Article 20 is very clear. These rights are inherent. And for 44, some are non-derogable. You cannot take them away from a person. And we have different rights, right to education, and I'm glad parents out there are upholding the same. You have a right to attain education. Then right to life. No one should take any person's life away. Even if the child is unborn, they also have that protection of the law. Okay? So, you have different rights, including right to report abuse, then protection from defilement, protection from trafficking, child labor, and so on and so forth. And what are these skills that we need to teach to our girls? What are these skills that you need to know? What should you know as a girl? To be safe, of course, to live in a conducive atmosphere, away from the threats that we have earlier mentioned. You still remember those threats anyway? Remember, at the end of this session, I'm going to give you scenarios. There are 3 and the columns are 3. 1, 2, 3. So pay attention. These skills that we need to teach you, they include assertiveness, standing on your ground to say no. You need to be assertive. If you're not okay with someone touching you, then that is being assertive. And we have that under the Penal Code Act, Cap 128. And by the laws of Uganda, they say it can be termed as indecent assault. And this can be through gestures, voices, when you're walking and then you hear someone calling you, and then they come and start touching you without your consent. Then that can be termed as indecent assault. And the law enforcement body that you go to, of course, is the courts of laws. You go to your lawyer and then they handle that matter. It can be a criminal offense. You go report to the police, or through your lawyer, you go together and make a statement at police. Okay? Then another life skill that you need to know is one for making good decisions. Be good at decision making. Know you young girls, you need to stay focused and make decisions that are going to benefit you in the near future. If I hadn't made good decisions right away from senior 1, then I wouldn't be here the way I am to talk to you young girls. So making a decision starts right now in high school. If you want to be a lawyer, what are you going to study? If you want to be a doctor, what are you going to study? Make good decisions. It is a life skill that you need to be told, and it is up to you to digest and apply it. Are we together? Then another life skill is one for self-defense basics. I will tell you about self-defense. It doesn't necessarily mean fighting to defend yourself, but no, you need to know, what should I do? Do I first listen critically before I make a decision, or before I act? If someone has come my way to bully me or to tease me, should I just fight back? Or I need to first listen to myself, stay calm, and then after I can take it to the law enforcement bodies. We have teachers here, we have dormitory teachers, then we have classroom teachers, we have the head teacher, we have the DOS, so you can report anything to them. I believe you also have the suggestion box. If you can't speak it out, you can write, and then you take it to the responsible person. You can as well talk to your parents, so meaning you don't have to die in silence. You don't need to give a room to your abusers. Then of course, the importance of self-defense skills is to learn on how to survive and escape danger, escape injury, escape harm, so that your academic journey is not wrapped up in different threats. No, we are here to attain one goal: pass and be better people in the near future. And of course, I have to repeat that it starts now. Okay? Then the importance of self-defense is that it is there to build your confidence, to reduce fear. Some people have that inbuilt fear, and they feel, if I speak out, people are going to laugh at me. Take an example: someone has raped you, or has defiled you, or they're intending to do a certain crime. Then if you keep silent about it, that people are going to laugh at you, then it will be up to you. You're going to die. And at the end of it all, we shall go bury you. We say, gone too soon. And then that will be your story. Okay? So what you need to do is to know about the threat and then report to different bodies that are responsible. Then I have told you that another subtopic is about gender-based violence. It is a common threat that is bothering people around here and outside. Of course, to the people that are online, I believe you understand about gender-based violence. You need to know that violence is never and never will it be acceptable. And nobody has a right to touch you without your consent. And as I had said, no one or nobody is having a right to silence you. You need to stand on your ground and be assertive. If you're not okay with something, then you need to say, no, I don't want to be involved in a certain act. If you're planning to escape away from the school, I am not a party to that. Stand on your ground and have your say. No one should drive you sheepishly and then you just follow. Remember your background and then you stay focused. Okay? Remember the topic is what? Safety and law enforcement. Under that we have subtopics. Hope you still remember the subtopics there are under. For gender-based violence, basically it means the harm directed to someone because of their gender. Right from 80 years, people would demean girls. But when these laws came in, girls have been seen to be at the top of it all. We have girls or the ladies stroke women that are in high positions in the government now. Do we know the vice president? Do we know her name? Who knows her name? Yes, please. You shine. Vice president. Exactly. A round of applause to her. Then, do we know the prime minister? The name? Yes, you shine. Okay, wow, that's good. Then the speaker. You know the speaker of the parliament? Wow. Anyone to shine? Yes, please. The lady behind. Exactly. At least I wanted someone to mention a name, Anita. Yes, a good name. And I believe, how many Anitas are here? We are many. We are so many. And talking about gender-based violence, no one should be above you. We are all equal and below the law. Meaning if you commit a crime, the law will come and make you liable. So I was saying that we have people that are in leadership and they are women. The different forms of gender-based violence. We have physical abuse. In there, I said for physical abuse, it is all about beating someone, slapping a person, or pushing without your input or without your consent. So that can be part and parcel of gender-based violence. And you know where to report to. I've told you about that. If someone has pushed you or is beating you or slapping you, you can report to your teachers, you can report to your dorm captain, you can report to your parent, you can report to police, and the rest. Then another form of gender-based violence is sexual abuse. Under that we have rape, defilement, humiliation, sexual harassment, etc. Then we also have emotional abuse. You know that mental torture. You are being humiliated. Maybe because you are this student who is quiet but bright. And maybe people see you to be this lousy and then it is torturing you mentally. Then that can be termed as emotional abuse. So dear girls, dear ladies, don't die in silence. Silence will only benefit the abusers of your rights. We've said that we will all have equal rights. No one should be above you. As Anita, you need to be assertive. You need to stand your ground and say no to a certain act that you feel is bothering you or against your will. Okay? Then we also have economic abuse as one of gender-based violence that is affecting the girls or the students. This is basically denying basic needs to students, to different people, most especially the school fees. Remember, we said we have one right called the right to education. Then what are the causes? What are the causes of gender-based violence? One cause is gender inequality. Some people think that girls and boys are different and they think that boys have higher rights over girls. But that is not the case by the supreme law of the land, which is the supreme law of the land. Do you remember? What is it? Someone to shine? I know you know, people are whispering it out. She's saying the Constitution. At least when you move out of here, know about the Constitution. Most especially to the people that want to be lawyers. So that is one of the statutes that you need to know on your finger. Tips. Another cause is harmful cultural beliefs. Harmful cultural beliefs depending on the culture that you come from. Initially, we used to have female genital mutilation, but then the laws came and said, no, this is against people's human rights. And then they termed it as a crime, saying no to that. So don't die in silence when something of the sort happens to you. And of course, if you're faced with gender-based violence, it will have an impact on you. And that impact is going to be in the negative. Should be a negative effect, or you can call it a negative impact to your sight, your academic journey. One effect is that it will cause physical injuries or disability. Imagine someone has slapped you or has pushed you, and then you fall down, and then your teeth come out. How will you start smiling as a young girl? I think you understand that trauma. Imagine losing your teeth at this young age because of being pushed, because of being slapped. And then you attain permanent injuries on your body. So if you feel something of the sort is going to happen your way, go and report that to different enforcement bodies so that they can hear you and help you out. Okay? Then another effect, we have trauma, depression, and low self-esteem. Do you know what do you mean? Do you understand what they mean by trauma? Trauma or low esteem? People trying to make you lose yourself through depression. You don't have someone to talk to. You are there walking like a miserable person. Just go to class. From class, you go to the dormitory. You don't engage in activities such as playing football, netball, volleyball. You feel people are not in need of you. You feel you have lost it all. You feel you have lost yourself out there. But let me tell you, everyone has a purpose on earth. Okay? So please, I need to remind you that you have a purposeful life, and you need to say yes to where it is necessary. Then another effect of gender-based violence is school dropout. Imagine you're in peer group pressure and then you have escaped from school. Definitely when you are caught, they will expel you. And the moment they expel you, then your academic journey is put at halt. You never know what will happen in the next 2 months, 3 months, or even 1 month. Okay? Then I've told you on where to report to. Then what are the prevention strategies? I'll just summarize them. Respect for all gender, speaking out against violence, then supporting victims instead of blaming them. If someone has reported a crime or a threat of rape or defilement, do you need to blame or laugh at them? Definitely no. You never know. What has happened to Rachel can also happen to Letitia. Okay? So be on the lookout for your friends. Don't blame, don't judge, because we only have one person to judge us. And who is God. Then another prevention is encouraging safe school environments. If there is a certain electric bulb and is maybe not functioning during the night, you don't need to blame the school. Just report so that they can fix the electric bulb so that the place can still be safe for all of you. Then we have learning our rights and different laws, as we are doing right now. And I believe you have to appreciate the school for this initiative. of bringing people to come and speak to you so that you become aware about different skills, different strategies, different laws, different rights, and of course different duties. Then to conclude is that together we can build a safe school, a safe home, and a safe community. If we are on the lookout for each and every one of us, then we are going to be in a safe environment. Now, we are going to have questions. There are 3 of them. One is about the walk home. The walk home scenario is going to be handled by this part. It is going to be part A, part B, and part C. So you're going to handle the walk home scenario. Then the part B group is going to handle the silent bully. Then part C, you are going to handle the forced relationship. Okay? This side, people, I want you to write the question down. It is not so long, but it is more of a scenario. So I want you to point out different things. There are 3, and I want you to point them out. The question is, part A members, okay? Hope you're attentive. I read. Sarah, a senior 2 student, walks home. Are you following? Sarah, the lady here, are you following? Sarah, a senior 2 student, walks home alone after the evening prep. Sarah, a senior 2 student, walks home alone after the evening prep. A man on a motorcycle follows her. A man on a motorcycle follows her and tries to convince her to hop on for a free ride. Full stop. A man on a motorcycle follows her and tries to convince her to hop on for a free ride. Full stop. She refuses, but the man insists. She refuses, but the man insists. Full stop. She feels unsafe. She feels unsafe. Discussion questions. Number 1, what risks is Sarah facing? What risks is Sarah facing? Number 2, what steps can she take to stay safe? What steps can she take to stay safe? Number 3, who can she report this to if it continues? So there are 3 questions, and I believe I will get like 6 people to attempt them by show of hands. Then to group B. Group B, are you ready? Tap on her. Group B, we are going to handle silent bully. As you're thinking about that, from group C, I will come and get your responses. Group B members, we are handling the silent bully. The question is, Letitia is constantly insulted by her classmates. Letitia is constantly insulted by her classmates who say that she is weak. Who say that she's weak because she avoids the fights. Because she avoids the fights. Full stop. They steal her books and mock him. They mock her, sorry. They steal her books and mock her in front of others. Full stop. She has stopped attending school because of fear. She has stopped attending school because of fear. Full stop. Discussion questions. Number 1. Is this a form of violence? Explain. Is this a form of violence? Explain. Want me to pardon? The question, okay. Letitia is constantly insulted by her classmates. Who say that she is weak because she avoids the fights. Full stop. They steal her books and mock her in front of others. Full stop. She has stopped attending school because of fear. Discussion questions. 1. Is this a form of violence? Explain. Number 2. What should Letitia do? Number 3. How can school help in this situation? First question, is this a form of violence? Explain. 2. What should Letitia do? Number 3. How can the school help in this situation? Group C. Are you ready? It will be about first relationship. I'm just giving you a highlight on what you're going to answer. The case study is an older man in the village keeps sending gifts to Amina. An older man in the village keeps sending gifts to Amina, a 15-year-old student. And threatens to stop paying her mother's rent. If she refuses to be his girlfriend. Full stop. I am going to repeat for you. An older man in the village keeps sending gifts to Amina, a 15-year-old student, and threatens to stop paying her mother's rent if she refuses to be his girlfriend. Full stop. Discussion questions. Number 1, what kind of violence is this? What kind of violence is this? Question number 2. What dangers does Amina face? The third question is, where can she report this case? Hope you have the question, Group C. So now, returning to Group A members, people behind, I want your views now. What risk is Sarah facing? Anyone with a second microphone? You can pass it through. What risk is Sarah facing? Or by show of hands, you can brainstorm about the questions and we call it a day.
Sexual harassment.
Okay, thank you so much. Any other? Sexual harassment, yes, you're right.
Kidnapping.
Very good. Any other?
Being raped.
Okay, rape. Exactly. Any other? We also have physical harm. They can fight her. Of course, if she resists, they will use force against her. Then we also have trafficking risk. It can be possible that she's going to be taken from a known place to an unknown location. So that was the first question. Can we go to the second? What steps can she take to stay safe? You're shining. You keep shining. What steps can she take to stay safe?
Using trusted and safety transport.
Very good.
Avoid walking alone, especially at night.
Exactly.
Studying her pathways.
Very good. People behind. Yes, please.
Be aware of her surroundings.
Okay, good.
Using safe and trusted transport.
Very good. You're Anita, right? Keep shining. Yes, your neighbor can as well shine. What steps can she take to be safe? The neighbor, Anita has said it. Okay? So in case you're using different means of transport, at least mark the number plate. Mark the number plate so that when you get a phone call, you can tell your people at home, I've traveled and I'm using this kind of a car. Even if you don't know the type of the car, you can at least cram the number plate and then you tell people at home. You don't need to travel to any place when you have not informed any of your people that concern you. Okay? Then the last question. Group A members are actually shining very well. We go to the last question. Where can she report this to if it continues?
She should report to the council leaders.
Okay.
She should report to the courts of law.
Very good. The neighbor wants to supplement.
Uganda police.
Yes, that's her answer and she's right.
She should report to her guardians.
To the guardians, yes. The police, already mentioned. To, pardon me, the local council. I think maybe the microphone is not working.
To the local council.
Okay, exactly. Do we know the local council? Yeah, LC1, yes.
To the vice chairperson.
Vice chairperson of which place now? Of the school,
In charge of
village?
children affairs.
Okay, it is well. Social and probation officer. The last one? To the parents. Yes, you're right. Can we have the last one this side? Hello, I want to add something.
Non-governmental organization like FIDA.
Yes, NGOs. Those ones are there to help you even if you don't pay a single coin, but they can listen and handle your matter. That's if you are fearing to go to lawyers. And you come, we just ask a little bit of the money and then we help you. So don't fear the lawyers as well. So can we give a round of applause to Group A members? I'm so glad that they were following, and I believe the same will apply to Group B and Group C. Okay? So Group B members, are we set? Who is saying no? I believe it's from Group A. we said we need to wish everyone the best. Be on the lookout for your friends. Support and motivate them. Are we together? Do we have any leaders in Group B? We have the leaders in Group B. Okay, let us shine. The case study. Do we still remember the subject matter for case study number 2? What was it? Silent bully. Can we have people to shine? Is this a form of violence? Explain. That is the first question. Okay, she's moving with a microphone.
The question, there is a form of violence called it's physical violence, because in the scenario we see that the people who mock her, they mock her in front of other people.
Of violence. So my question was, is this a form of violence? The answer is yes. Now she has given us a pace. Now that we are seeing that there is violence, can we have people to explain how is it a violent act? Group B, you have it.
I say, yes, it's a form of violence because it affects Letitia mentally, because at a time when she's being bullied, you may find she will
Exactly. She will lose herself. And it can even cause depression. And we say that when you become depressed, your academic journey can as well be affected in one way or another. Can we go to the second question? What should Letitia do? What should Letitia do? Yes, people in the middle. Are you following the question? Okay, you shine. What should Letitia do?
Letitia should report to the people she has at school, especially the elders.
Okay. Thank you, Tracy. We go to another person. Just mention them. You never know, you are helping someone out here to understand more. Where should I take this matter to?
Letitia should report the bullies to the authority.
To different authorities like the disciplinary committee, so that she can be helped. Another thing I have told you is to make friends and then supportive students. You can report to your student leaders, and then the student leader can take it to the top administrators, so that you can be helped in one way or another. We said if you keep silent, then you are supporting the abuser. Can we go to the last question? How can the school help in this situation? Now that you have reported and the school is aware, how do you think the school is going to help Letitia in this situation? The lady behind, brown, sitting next to one with specs. She was calling the person with the microphone and she was ready to shine on. How can the school help Letitia in this circumstance?
By reporting to that.
By reporting to the elders. Now we've seen that the elders have been notified. So what are the elders going to do in the circumstances? Can you bring the microphone here? Thank you so much for your input.
school should punish the wrongdoers.
Okay, they can punish the wrongdoer. Yes, please give it to me.
The school should advise the
Yes, advising the bullies to stop the actions. They explain what? They should expel. Yes. After doing the guidance and counseling. They call you, they advise, they counsel you. If you don't change, definitely they can expel you, like they cannot handle. So instead of resorting to being expelled, please, you need to listen to your school administrators. Can we go to the last group? Group C, are you ready? Ready to shine? Okay. The question was, what kind of violence is this? One in the last end. Where is the microphone? One in the last end. Oh, okay.
The kind of violence is gender-based violence.
Gender-based violence. Let's clap for her. She has it right. And remember, the subject matter was forced relationship. And that is the major violence that is being depicted in that scenario. Remember, someone is sending gifts, and then they put a condition that if you don't accept my gift, then I will stop paying rent for your mother. You know how we all love our mothers, okay? Imagine you listen to that condition. What should you do? Are you going to just give in because you don't want to lose something? Remember, I told you need to be assertive. Say no to what does not go, what will not benefit you in any way or the other. So now, apart from gender-based violence, what are the elements that are under there in that scenario? Yes, people behind. Elements that are under the gender-based violence.
sexual harassment.
Yes, sexual harassment. You can call it sexual exploitation because they want to benefit from what they are offering to your mother. Yes.
Indecent assault.
Indecent assault. Yes, please. You can take it back there behind. Pardon? Physical abuse. Then we also have economic abuse. Remember, this gentleman is using the financial threats to control someone. Amina is under the attack of losing that financial support. But then if you get to know about that, are you going to keep silent? Or you are going to tell local council leaders, NGOs to come to your rescue? Then can we go to the second question? What dangers does Amina face? What dangers does Amina face?
Depression.
Depression, yes, you're right. Because we have financial constraints and financial controls. There is someone here. No self-esteem, yes. There's someone there.
She feels emotionally hurt.
Emotionally hurt. Definitely you have that emotional distress. My mother is going to lose the rent because I don't want to accept these gifts from a border man. Any more of them? She had her hand up. Yes.
Sexual harassment.
Yes, sexual harassment. Another one, there was someone that had their hand up there. Here in the middle, behind one with the red top. You just put your hand straight so that they can see you.
A remarriage.
A remarriage. Yes, remember now Amina is in a safe, not knowing what should I do. She can go in for those gifts, and then in the end she does not complete her education, and she goes on with the man that is sending gifts to her. Any other? Yes, please.
Amina is threatened.
Yes, of course she is under the threat, and that is a serious risk that she is facing. She can also be at a risk of getting pregnant at an early stage, then also getting HIV or what we call STI. Please, that is one of the deadly diseases that everyone here should be able to resist from. Okay? Maintain your status and know why you are here. Then we also have isolation due to shame or due to stigma. You feel that maybe people are going to know about this man, and this man is maybe a border man rider, and he's the one paying the rent for my mother. If people get to know about it, if I report to my school teacher, won't the school teacher come and give me as an example in class? No way. We said if you keep silent, then you are supporting the abuser, which is not the right thing to do. Then someone talked about trauma and emotional stress. It can actually eat you up, and then you fail to focus. And remember, the major concept is we need to stay focused and know why we are at school. Then can we have the last question? Where can she report this case to? Where do you advise Amina to take this matter to? Where is the microphone?
To the
Yes.
probation officers.
Probation and social welfare officer at the district. Yes, please. You can move the microphone to
local councils.
local council officers. Yes, please.
Courts of law.
The courts of laws. Yes, please. People are shining. Are you seeing them? Yes, and it's good.
To the family lawyers.
To family lawyers, of course, you go to the family and children court. Yes. Yes, please. There is a hand up there.
To the nearby police station.
The nearby police station. Yes, please. Of course, when you are at school, it is always the administrators to take it to the police station. And if you're at home or in local communities, then you can as well walk to the police station. There is a hand up. Yes, please. After you, then they can take it there. To the NGOs. Yes, please. There is a hand behind.
Reporting to the NGOs which help in the protection.
Okay, well said. I think we have come to the end. Can we clap for ourselves? I must say that you've been an interactive audience, and I believe we've been able to learn. Okay? Please don't die in silence. The laws are active to help everyone, girls or boys. We are there to be helped. Are we together? You have people that you are going to report to, the law enforcement officers. They are there free of charge. No one is going to ask you for money except the people ask for money, the lawyers, because we need to be motivated to go and help you. But we have lawyers that are there to help you on pro bono. Those are the lawyers that are being paid by the government, by the law society members. And of course, all the three scenarios that we have mentioned, we must say that they are criminal offenses, and they can be charged under the cases of, under the laws of defilement, rape, and the child protection laws in Uganda. Do we have any questions? Any questions? Are we at par? Okay, can we clap to God for who has enabled us to finish? Very good. I really like the zeal that you have for God. You know, he's not a common man. Meaning when you're clapping, you need to really show that humbleness before him. Can we do it again? Very nice. And as per our school motto, I really want you to be girls of, I believe you know the reason why I'm telling you to repeat it 3 times. Virtue start with you as an individual. Set your vision, set your goal, and then God will answer with an intention. Okay? He will stamp. Me, I've told you, I made a prayer to God. It was intentional, and he helped me up. I'm done with school, still upgrading, now doing LLM. From there, I will go to PhD. You know, I have to tell you that God's timing is always the best. Do not rush. Time will come and you will have what you want. If you want to have a family, pray to God. Be patient enough. Here I am. I'm married and I'm living my life. I'm employed. I go to court. I argue my cases the way I want. You understand? So don't rush. Be assertive. If someone is assaulting, you say, no, I don't want. Be focused. So that is the message that I am leaving behind to every one of us that is here. Okay? May God bless you abundantly.
Revival TV, amagarum wijwire. Otafir waha Revival